Net 2 phone. See, Dre, I got you. And now your AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Carrie Swindenhammer with this live report. Carrie?
I'll tell you what, today's a pretty nice day. Sunshine mixing with some clouds out there. Maybe a shower along the Jersey shoreline, but we're talking pretty far south of the city as we head through the afternoon. Mercury getting up to 81 this afternoon. Right now, we're at 77 in Central Park. Tonight, mainly clear, down to 69 in the city, but closer to 60 in those outlying areas. Even tomorrow's not all that bad. Sunshine mixing with some clouds, not too humid. A high 83. Humidity, yeah, that's coming back on Thursday. In fact, it'll be partly sunny, very warm, and more noticeably humid as well with a gusty breeze, high 89. And by Friday, that heat really kicks into gear. We'll get up to 97. That, by the way, would tie the record from 1999. And, of course, with the humidity, it's going to feel stifling out there. Sunshine, some clouds, maybe a thunderstorm to the northwest of the city. More of that heat and humidity heading into the day on Saturday as well. 77 with some sunshine overhead, humidity 43%, and the wind from the east at 10 miles an hour. 77, headed up to 81. And AccuWeather's Carrie Schwendenhammer on New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
When we come back, woo-de-woo.
You know, Todd, every year we say we're going to make this the summer at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. But then every year we top ourselves with better and better offers. So is this year really going to be the summer for big savings?
You said it, Mr. Montone. Right now, during the Make This a Summer event, lease a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4 for $399 a month for 42 months and only $29.95 down.
Or cruise along in a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X 4x4. Lease for just $259 a month for 24 months and $29.95 down.
Now, how's that for making this the summer at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram?
With these prices, you've made it a super-duper 3-scooper ice cream sundae summer with a cherry on top.
Only at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. VIN number SN714727. MSRP 53085. VIN number SC 309554. MSRP 44170. Zero security deposit. Tax title registration fees extra. Offer ends 7/31/25.
Woo-woo, they revealed the price tag for Wu-Tang's Once Upon a Time album. According to Bloomberg, the Department of Justice sold the artifact for $2.23 million to WTC Endeavors Limited. That's a company based out of Hong Kong. In 2018, they made that sale. For background, the so-called farmer bro, Barton Shkreli, remember him, bought the only copy of the 31-track album in 2015 at an auction. Later in the year, he was charged, with securities fraud and convicted. Well, in addition to his 7-year prison sentence, he also had to give up $7 million in assets. Well, the album was sold to satisfy the debt, but the price tag was kept secret for whatever reason, so now you know. Oh, gee, tell a friend. Coca-Cola says yes, it will launch a version of its signature drink made with U.S. cane sugar. The announcement coming days after President Trump posted on Truth Social he had been speaking with Coke about using real cane sugar in its receipt for Coke. In its recipe for Coke here in the U.S., and they've agreed to do so. Well, initially, Coke didn't confirm the news, saying it appreciated Trump's enthusiasm for its brand. Well, today, Coke says as part of our ongoing innovation agenda, we'll launch an offering made with pure cane sugar in the U.S. this fall. Coca-Cola usually sweetened with corn syrup, as you know, while it uses pure cane sugar in other countries. The Trump administration, under health czar RFK Jr., has pushed food companies to alter their formulations to be more in line with Trump's Make America Healthy Again initiative. A cardiologist at Tufts University says, you know what, both high fructose and pure cane sugar both raise the risk for obesity, diabetes, triglycerides, and blood pressure. So, says appearances are everything, though, and there have been rumblings about a Coke boycott now from consumers concerned that the brand is doing this to appease Trump. Similar protests were launched against Target after the DEI thing. Target stock reportedly dropped by some 30%. Meantime, did you hear about the head of the famous In-N-Out burger chain? Oh, the CEO says, I'm out of here. Not out of the company, just out of the West Coast, the headquarters, saying it's not the best place to raise a family. Listen to this.
Her family made its fortune serving up burgers in California. But the chain CEO says it's time to get out of the state where they built their empire. Lindsay Snyder tells the Relatable podcast.
There's a lot of great things about California, but raising a family is not easy here. Doing business is not easy here.
Snyder gripes about COVID-19 rules that shut down 2 In-N-Out locations for not checking for vaccine status. She says she's moving her family to Tennessee, where the company is opening a second headquarters. Deborah Rodriguez for 1010 Wins.
The In and Out of Tennessee. Lindsay's grandparents started the fast food chain in 1948. We're back in a moment.
For Jewish families demanding only the best in funeral service, no other Jewish funeral chapel in the New York area sets a greater standard of excellence than Riverside Memorial Chapel. This is Charles Solomon, president of Riverside. Since 1897, our dedication to the personal needs of every family, including financial concerns, comes first. Strict dedication to Jewish law is unparalleled. Calls are answered 24/7 by a licensed funeral professional, not answering services. Transfers to Israel are safely expedited, and funeral prearranging is worry-free, FDIC insured, and fully guaranteed. At Riverside, our funeral directors are always here for you as the source of excellence in compassionate Jewish funeral service. Call Riverside at 212-362-6600 or visit riversidememorialchapel.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the Big Wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Oh no.
That's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
1010 Wins at 92.3. Vroom, vroom. We are moving at the speed of New York.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
A nice day, 78 degrees at 220. I'm Larry Mullins, and here's what's happening. More from Columbia University today, where they're starting to hand out punishment to those who took part in the campus protest last year. At least 70 folks under suspension or total expulsion. A multi-midtown crash, but police say it involved only one guy who hit several cars, including a police cruiser. Bad move, brother, bad move. What in the world? A very special swearing-in ceremony today for a new Suffolk County Sheriff's deputy, 12 years old, and the High Sheriff wanted to honor him as the new recruit battles health issues and prepares for, hopefully, a life-saving transplant. The Department of Justice wants to interview Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend to see what kind of ties Donald Trump had with the late financier, and lawyers for Ghislaine Maxwell says she's more than willing to speak. This as the House Speaker starts recess early, allegedly to avoid a GOP vote on motions related to the Epstein files. Prince fans will love this. His Sign of the Times movie will be screened in IMAX for the first time in limited run. We'll have details coming up on 1010 Wins Entertainment. Got a seesaw working on Wall Street right now. All the indexes making gains 1 minute, sliding the next. Details on Money Watch. And AccuWeather says a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 80 degrees. It's news time 221, and from your traffic center, here again is Andre Fettel.
What a mess on the Grand Central Parkway by Jewel Avenue. Not only westbound, but eastbound as well. There's a water main break. That's what's causing this issue. A couple of lanes are knocked out east, a couple of lanes are knocked out west. Right by Jewel Avenue, you have that Meadow Lake right there in the park, and I think some of that water is actually getting on to the Grand Central Parkway. It's just one big mess heading westbound from basically Parsons Boulevard, passing Main Street in the queue, and trying to get to Jewel Avenue, which pretty much they're holding traffic right now. But eastbound, you're still from the LIE all the way down to the queue as well. And the Van Wyck has road work heading northbound, so you're slow from the Kew Gardens interchange all the way up to City Field and Roosevelt Avenue. Just ridiculous. Southbound, as you travel on the FDR, looks like they're starting to pick up the cones, but you're dealing with delays from the Triborough Bridge all the way down to the 59th Street Bridge, and northbound from 34th Street up to the 59th Street Bridge is bumper to bumper. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George Washington Bridge 30, 35 on the outbound side, still working on a crash southbound Bronx River Parkway approaching the Cross Bronx. Inbound Lincoln and Holland, going to need at least 15. Outbound Holland, about 20. Traffic sponsored by Community Development Long Island. Next report, 2:31. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Long Island homeowners, struggling to pay your mortgage? You're not alone. Community Development Long Island offers free counseling to help you stay in your home and avoid foreclosure. Get expert guidance today at cdli.org/help.
And Editor Kyle just walked in from the newsroom with this update here. It's being reported that rocker Ozzy Osbourne has died. The Black Sabbath singer and godfather of heavy metal, just weeks from his farewell show. A statement from the Osbourne family to The Guardian reading, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time. No cause of death was given, though Osbourne had experienced various forms of ill health in recent years. We will have much more coming up on his life here on 1010 Wins. Again, rocker Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. Back here, Columbia University handing out punishment today to some 70 students who took part in a pair of campus-based protests last year. The punishment, considering these are folks who paid a good chunk of change for a 4-year degree, might be considered harsh. Listen to this.
More than 70 Columbia University students have been suspended for the roles they played in the protests when they took over Butler Library and disrupted Alumni Weekend. Columbia's provost office is stepping up, saying this is part of the university's new set of disciplinary reforms. This all comes too as the federal government is withholding $400 million in grants, citing their concerns over Columbia handled the protest. The Trump administration and Columbia are currently trying to work out a deal to restore the funding. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Also today in Midtown, they say the guy hit several cars, including the wrong one, a police cruiser. Now he's under arrest. Apparently, a driver whose car was struck in front of 300 Park Avenue flagged down the police, and when they went to stop the guy, he allegedly collided with the police cruiser and just kept on going and going and going. Like, who's driving this thing? The Energizer Bunny or what? Anyway, they say the guy fled and crashed into another car at 5th Avenue and East 59th up the street from the Apple store there. It continued on to East 50th and Lex, where police were able to nab the guy and take him into custody. They're questioning him up at Midtown North while he searches the web for a mechanic to fix the brakes on his car. I guess that's what's going on. Who knows? Anyway, help is on the way to folks in Far Rock to help get around. The MTA announcing a pilot today for enhanced and expanded bus service. It'll run through January of next year on the QM 16 and 17. It'll run through March of next year on the QM 15. It's designed to address long-standing transit gaps for folks who live on the Rock, offering more flexible travel options during off-peak hours and on the weekends. And now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins, and here is Andrew O'Day.
Google is about to do something it's hardly ever done before. Pay for media content. Sources tell Bloomberg Google is looking to recruit news organizations for a new licensing project related to artificial intelligence. The plan is to partner with about 20 national news outlets to start. Paying them would follow the content-sharing arrangements with media firms used by AI companies such as OpenAI and Perplexity AI, and would supply old media with some much-needed new cash. Understandable consumer interest today as Coca-Cola confirms it will sell cane sugar soda in the U.S. starting this fall. The market, though, appears less interested. Coke stock is down 1%, and analysts point out that one reason could be cost. Cane sugar costs more at wholesale than corn syrup does, which means that the new product will carry a higher price tag, suffer a lower profit margin, or some of each. Wall Street's index is heading both ways right now. Dow up 103 points. NASDAQ, which hit a record yesterday, down 80. S&P 500 right now, right at break even. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
And now this message, immigration concerns, contact Bar Ray Law, 646-894-5900.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free Halloween, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I haven't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me, they calmed me down, they made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-741-3889. 800-741-3889. 800-741-3889.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit to keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. A message from NHTSA.
Well, Wynn's family, I'm not trying to be weird or anything, but you've heard it said before that this death thing happens in threes. We had Ozzy today, with Brother Malcolm yesterday. I hope we don't lose another legendary person or anybody for that matter this week. This is crazy. AccuWeather says this afternoon, sunshine and some clouds, a straight shower well south of here, high of 80 degrees. Tonight, mainly clear, low of 69 in the city, closer to 60 in the outlying areas. And then tomorrow, more sun and clouds and warm, not too humid, with a high of 83. Good afternoon, I'm Larry Mullins. Wynn's News Time at The Tone, 2:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Daria Aldinger. There's a new sheriff in town, actually, in Suffolk County, and he's just 12 years old.
Wyatt Hooper proudly sat at the desk at the Sheriff's Department as he was named Suffolk County Sheriff for a day.
There are too many people that died before the sheriff that received that honor actually told me when I was a person.
The 12-year-old is about to receive a kidney transplant. His donor is Dawn Rice. Her husband works for the department.
He deserves everything. You know, after being so sick for all these months and not being able to be a kid.
Sheriff Errol Toulon says Wyatt saw the police dog, received a hat and a T-shirt.
I couldn't even imagine a young child facing transplant surgery.
Wyatt's surgery is on Monday. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins, a 92.3 FM in Riverhead, Long Island.
Wins News Time, 2:31. It's time for traffic and transit. Here's Andrew Farrow.
We have big trouble in Queens if you're traveling on that west and eastbound side of the Grand Central Parkway, right by Jewel Avenue. There's a water main break there, and they're holding traffic on the westbound side. You have delays to go all the way back to Parsons Boulevard on the westbound side of the Grand Central, and eastbound is just one big parking lot all the way back to the LIE. So if you're heading east on the LIE right now, trying to get towards 108th Street on the ramp to bring you onto the eastbound Grand Central Parkway, don't do it. You're going to just sit there. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George Washington Bridge, 25, 30 on the outbound side with the cross Bronx delays. Inbound Lincoln around 15, outbound Holland around 15. Still dealing with a big problem on Route 80 in Parsippany heading westbound by exit 42. Looks like that could be a potential accident investigation now. The delays are severe. They go all the way back to 280 as you travel again westbound on Route 80, just west of exit 42. That was an earlier vehicle fire. Now there's an investigation going on. Not a good deal. Here's what we see on Long Island Northbound's Big 3. We're slow. Eastbound Southern by the Wantagh. We're slow on the westbound side of the Northern over by the Northern State Parkway and New Hyde Park Road. And the eastbound LIE is picking up some volume from Lakeville Road all the way to Glen Cove Road. Next report, we'll do that at 2:41. This one was sponsored by the Barnes Firm. Traffic and transit on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible. Manhattan, Long Island.
And now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Carrie Schwendenhammer.
All in all, not a bad day today. Looking at sunshine, some clouds out there as well. A stray shower well south of the city. Not a problem for the city itself, of course. The high 81. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop to a low of 69 in the city. A little bit closer to 60 in some of those outlying areas. And even tomorrow, not all that humid. Overall, a pretty nice day with more sun and clouds at a high of 83. Now, humidity really starts playing a role here on Thursday. It'll be very warm with gusty breeze and a mix of sun and clouds. High 89. That heat kicks into gear then on Friday. We'll get up to 97, which would tie the record from 1999. Some sunshine overhead and very hot, of course. Now, any thunderstorms probably going to be well north and west of the city in the afternoon. A better chance for a thunderstorm on Saturday as it remains hot and humid another day. Right now, 77 with some sunshine. Humidity 43%. Wind east at 10 miles an hour. 77 going up to 81. I'm AccuWeather's Carrie Schwendenhammer on New York's weather station. 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend is ready to speak with Trump administration lawyers. And her lawyers say she's ready to tell them the truth.
Ghislaine Maxwell serving a 20-year prison term after being convicted of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says if Maxwell has information about anyone who committed crimes against victims, the FBI and DOJ will hear what she has to say. And he anticipates meeting with Maxwell in coming days. 5 years ago.
I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years.
President Trump has now faced fury from parts of his base over the administration backtracking on pledges to release more Epstein information. The overture to Maxwell is part of the Justice Department bid to show it's being transparent. Sagar Magani, Washington.
During a meeting with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., President Trump was asked about the possibility of Maxwell testifying.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do.
But it may not be enough to satisfy many Republicans in Congress.
The House Speaker continues resisting calls from fellow Republicans to hold a vote on the Epstein files.
We have a moral responsibility to expose the evil of Epstein and everybody who was involved in that. Absolutely. And we're resolved to do it. But we also have an equal moral responsibility to protect the innocent.
Mike Johnson argues no release should contain the names of victims or of those who didn't commit any crimes. Johnson, who rarely criticizes his fellow Republicans, had this to say about Kentucky's Thomas Massey, who's demanding a vote on the files.
Could you just accept my Southern? Bless his heart.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
House leaders informed members this morning that they'll see an increase in funding that could be used for private security. It's a pilot program which will run through the end of September. It's being announced just days after New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Bronx office was vandalized. AOC canceled a planned appearance on Monday in Queens out of worries about her security. House Speaker Mike Johnson says everything possible must be done to protect the safety of everyone who works on the Hill. Says the program will be reevaluated at the end of September. Another celebrity's got an unwelcome visit from burglars.
It wasn't long after the LA County DA held a town hall meeting on Monday night regarding a burglar who allegedly murdered an American Idol producer and her husband at another celebrity home in LA's Encino neighborhood was a target of burglars. Teddy Mellencamp, known for her role on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the daughter of John Cougar Mellencamp, and her estranged husband were at home when they confirmed burglars tried to break in on Monday night. The LAPD telling ABC News the burglars ran away, apparently spooked by people being home and a security system. They were gone when police arrived. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
An ironic rock movie is returning to the biggest of screens. 1010 Wins Entertainment is next.
Hey, it's Scott Shannon. Check out my True Oldies channel in the car at 92.3 FM HD3. And at home on your smart speaker, just say, Alexa, play Scott Shannon's True Oldies on Odyssey.
Powered by River Spring Living.
Get ready for
Your workouts will...
Stay tuned for...
Are you tired of...
You can skip a lot of things in life, but not everything. With Citizens, get the advice and tools you need to financially handle all of life's unskippable moments. So you're ready for your best friend's wedding, a broken down car, your kid getting into their dream school, and every expense in between. From making a plan to staying on track, make sense of your money with Citizens. Get started at citizensbank.com/made-ready.
Today we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/value and unlock 50% off your order. That's legacybox.com/value.
Wins News Time 2:38 now. 1010 Wins Entertainment. An iconic Prince movie is heading back to the big screen. We're talking about the really big screen. The 1987 film Sign of the Times is heading to IMAX theaters around the world for a one-week run beginning August 29th. The movie, which is a mix of live footage and scripted scenes, features Prince and the new power generation. That's the band that replaced the Revolution, as well as Wendy and Lisa and percussionist Sheila E.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
The lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's creoninfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Thank you for making 1010 Wins your number one choice for news in New York.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 77 degrees at 2:40. I'm Daria Albinger, and here's what's happening. Shock rocker turned reality TV star Ozzy Osbourne has died. Columbia University has disciplined more than 70 students over anti-Israel protests, which took over a campus building earlier this year. Some of them have been expelled. Mayor Adams says it's a step toward universal after-school programs, which really makes the grade. Rude awakening for some New Jersey residents. A half dozen small earthquakes overnight. And Coke and Pepsi are getting rid of the corn syrup, and they're replacing it with cane sugar. Mix of sun and clouds, a high of 83 degrees today. Wins News Time 2:41. It's time for traffic and transit from the Mercedes-Benz of Edison.com Traffic Center. Here's Andre Farrow.
Now let's go to New Jersey. This one just came in. It's a disabled vehicle on the Garden State Parkway, northbound exiting exit 127. You have the left lane blocked. More trouble on the westbound side of Route 80 as you head through Parsippany and exit 42. That was a vehicle fire. Now it's an accident investigation. It's a serious situation, unfortunately, and hopefully everybody's doing okay. If you're traveling westbound